go fitness class, and my name's Crystal, for anyone that doesn't know me, and I'm a certified leader. I just want to remind you, sip water whenever you need to, so have water nearby, have a sturdy chair, you will definitely need that, and if you have the band and the ball, that would be great. If you don't have a band, that's okay, you can always just, think about the muscle you're working. And for a ball, a substitution would be a pillow, if you wanted to do that. All right, so we'll get started. I'll just start our music. All right, we're going to start with the march. Take a nice deep breath in. We'll raise our arms up overhead. And breathe out. Good. Keep on marching. Think about your hip area now. I want you to pull that belly button just back slightly from your waistband, so that will engage your core. And then create some space between the top of your hip bone and the bottom of your rib cage. Just stand up nice and tall. We'll roll our shoulders back a few times here. And maybe we'll start with our elbows. We'll get those elbows going. And if you're comfortable with that, you can raise your whole arm, make big arm circles. Good, keep on breathing. And then we're gonna switch directions, so shoulders first. I did this in my class last night with with another class. All right, we'll get the elbows going. Kind of gets the arms warmed up real good. And big arm circles. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. And then I'll just get you to put your finger to your lips for a second, pull your head back a couple of inches, and then bring it back forward, just relax at 10%. All right, we'll get those feet moving in some different directions here. All right, we'll start with those toe taps forward in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just tap the floor in front of you. Remember, you can always use a chair if you need to. Set it right in front of you and just hold that chair and move the legs. All right, we're going to take the legs left and right out to the sides for taps. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Out to the side, left and right here. Good. Getting all planes of motion. And keep on breathing. Take these taps to the back in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take them to the back, pressing that arm back, or those arms back. Unless you're holding that chair, that's perfectly fine. But if you're adding in the arms, just press them to the back of the room. 4, 3, 2, and march again. March, march. Good. Take a nice deep breath, in and out. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider here, so we're going to keep them wide and just start toe tap. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just tapping left and right, kind of shifting your weight, letting those feet tap as you shift. And then you can go ahead and add in a punch across the chest if you're feeling okay with that. Otherwise, you can hold on to that chair if you need it. Great job. All right, hamstring curls are next. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring curls. Heel is coming up behind me toward my butt. And think about how you're feeling on that scale from 1 to 10. Remember, 4 to 7 is that kind of comfortable range. You don't want to get any higher than that. And if you do, just slow things down. Work at your own pace. All right, knee lifts are next. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So lift the knee in front. Doesn't matter how high that knee goes, whatever's comfortable to you. I always want to remind you to work at your own pace. You don't have to keep up with the beat or keep up with anyone. Good. And if you ever just kind of want to take things back a notch, just go back to that march. All right, we're going to take it back to a march right now. In 4, 3, 2, and 1, and march. All right, I'm going to have some water. side steps, left and right, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So take a step left and a step right. Out to the side, out together, out together. And remember, if you ever get higher than that 7, just slow things down. Maybe just take it back to a march. All right, we're going to take 2 steps to the left and then 2 to the right. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So 2 steps this way, then 2 steps this way. We can pull ourselves along that imaginary rope. Think about something you really want and you're pulling yourself toward it. Add some resistance to your body. Or maybe you're being pulled toward it and you don't want to be. All right, let's try 4 more. 4 and 3, 2. Last one, and we'll march again. March. I'm going to get on that beat. All right, we're going to try a little mambo step. So we're just going to take our left leg and step forward to the side, then back. So it's more like, it's not really a mambo, I guess. It might be a mambo, I don't know. All right, so we're just going to take this forward leg, and it's like a march forward, then a march side, then a march back, and it's just once. You can watch me and then just join me whenever you're ready. All right, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's forward, and then middle or side, and then back. Forward, and I just do a little march. Side, march, back, and march. Forward, march, side, march. Same leg each time. One more time this way, and one more time with this leg, and then we're going to switch legs. So we're just going to march right here, and then I'm going to switch legs. So I'm going to do that with my right leg this time. Forward with that march, side, and then back. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's forward and march, side and march, back and march. Forward, march, side, march. You guys are great at this. Woo! Thought we would have practiced this before. We must have practiced it in my dreams. All right, one more time, forward, and then side and back. All right, and march right here. Great job, everyone. All right, we're going to start those toe taps forward, or we can add in a little leg lift if you want to. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's either a toe tap on the floor, or you can kick forward. Just lift that foot up just a little bit if you want to. If not, you're just keeping those feet on the floor. Good. All right, and we're going to try to take this out to the side. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's either tapping right on the floor, out to the side, or you can try lifting that leg out to the side. Keep on breathing. Keep that core engaged. Pull that belly button away from the waistband just a little bit. Great job. All right, take it back to a march. In 4, 3, 2, and 1, and march. All right, let's try to put those 2 together. Kick forward, kick side, then the other leg kicks forward and kicks side. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So forward, side. I'm keeping it on the floor, but you're certainly welcome to kick. So you can kick, kick, forward, side, forward, side, forward, side. Let's try 4 more, and 3, 2, well, last one, lost my balance, so I had to put it on the floor. That's okay. All right, let's take it out a little bit wider again. Hamstring curls are next in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring curls. And if you want, you can bring those arms chest tight now, if that feels okay. Let's try single, single doubles in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So single, single, then 2 on this side, then a single, single, 2 over here. Single, single, and then 2 right here. 1 more. Single, single, then a double right here, and march, march. Good job. Woo. Side of the body here. All right, knee lifts are coming next. And forward. 3, 2, and 1. Knee lifts. And I'm bringing my arms up a little higher, but you don't have to. You can keep them low, whatever feels good. And I think we're back to our, I think the music's going to slow down in a second here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're slowing it down, slowing down those legs. So you can take it back to a march, a nice slow march, or a step and tap. Whatever feels good. Have a sip of water for sure. Whew. Good. Nice deep breaths. In and out. All right, we'll work on that little bit of shoulder mobility. Again, so we're going to take our hands. We'll start behind our back today. Try to reach them up as far as you can. Pulling your elbows back toward the back of the room. Just hold there for a second. And we're going to slowly just bring them out to the side. And then back up just as far as you can. Up the back, back out to the side. Just keep pressing toward the back of the room the whole time. And whatever's comfortable for you, don't make it hurt. All right, now we're going to bring them all the way up. They're going to flip over, come up behind our head. Really press your elbows back here in your hands. All right, we're just going to go straight up into the air, then back behind our head. Keep pressing back toward the back of the room, up toward, or up in the air, back behind the head. Working on that shoulder mobility, pushing those shoulders back, those elbows back. One more time. And bring them back down and rest. All right, shake that out. We're going to do some wrist circles here. One direction, other direction. And play that piano. Get your fingers all moving, even the thumbs. Don't forget the thumbs. Get those thumbs moving in circles or wherever. Good, and touch each finger to your thumb. You can do the opposite on the opposite hand. So trying to go from pinky on one hand and then the index on the other hand. And then I want you to grab your chair, band and ball. We're going to start with the band actually. Today we're going to start seated. So I'm going to get my timer because everyone knows I can't count. All right, so we're going to put the band. I'll just show you the exercise first. Maybe I'll just bring everything over here. All right, so the band is going to go right under our thighs. We're going to sit at the edge of the chair. It's going around the thighs, and then you can overlap them, and then just make sure your hand kind of grabs onto both layers really tight. You want to have that tight grip. And if at any time you just don't want to use the band, just set it down and just do the legs. All right, so I'll get my timer started. The first exercise, we're just going to walk our feet out, in. All right, we'll do it on one leg, kind of leading with one leg the first half, and then we'll do the other half with the other leg. All right, so left, and right. We'll just keep going with that left, and right. Working the outer thighs here. Trying to get out as far as you can, without pain, of course. So just leading with that left leg, and then we're going to switch. So we're going to go with the right leg, right, and left, right, left. I'm not holding that band very good. Right, left, right, and left. And try to lead with your knee as much as you can. Try to make that knee go out with your ankle. And rest. Okay, we're just going to bring them a bit wider, and we're going to pulse them out for the whole 40 seconds. So it's going to be a lot. If you need to release that band at any time, you can. here. And just bring those legs out a little ways. Make sure the knees are out with your legs, and we're kind of pressing those knees outward. Giving a little pulse. You're gonna feel that on the outer thighs. Getting those glutes going, waking them up for a whole 40 seconds. Just remember, you can take breaks whenever you need to. If you need to bring those legs back in and shake them out, go right ahead. Little baby pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse. I feel it more on one side. I think I'm working harder on this side than I am this side. Sometimes you have to talk to your glutes. Okay, come on, work over here. And bring your feet back in. All right, this time we're just gonna step one leg and then step the other leg. So your knee, just make sure your knee goes out with your foot. All right, so our timer hasn't started, so we might wanna just kind of shake that booty out a little bit. All right, we'll go left, tapping out, then right, tapping out. Left, tapping out. Ooh, feeling that now after those pulses. Whew. All right, make sure that knee, make sure it's going out too. Don't let it come, don't let it leave behind, or don't leave that knee behind. Really press that knee into the band. Press it, press. Whew. If you're pressing that knee, I'm sure you're feeling it. Yeah, I'm getting some nods. Keep on breathing, core engaged. We've got those pulses one more time. All right, rest. Just kind of give yourself a break. You can shake that booty out a little bit. I'm kind of leaning my feet side to side. It kind of gives a little bit of a stretch out. We have 8 more seconds, and then we're going to widen our feet. We may as well start. Widen them now. Then we're just doing those little baby pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse. Woo. All right. Yep, waking up those glutes. I thought about doing those monster walks again, but I thought, well, you know, this might work. I think it's working just fine. Keep on breathing. We have 18 seconds to go. Oh my goodness. We're almost there. We can do it, right? Shake it out whenever you need to. 8 seconds. We're almost there. Really this time. 5. Woo. And our glutes are awake. Good job, everyone. Stand up if you can. All right, we're going to grab a ball or a pillow if you have that at home. Actually, I'm going to stop my timer just for a second so it can get in place. All right, we're still going to sit for these ones, and then we're going to need our band for the next exercise. So we'll just think ahead. Just make sure you have your band kind of nearby. We're just going to place this ball right in between our thighs. Still sitting at the edge of the chair. Oh, the ball wants to be free. All right, just placing it in between our thighs and squeezing. And maybe we'll do some pulses, just little pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse. Or you can squeeze and then release. Squeeze and release. Whatever feels good to you. I'm going to try some pulses for this round anyway. You know, just to keep with the pulses out. We were doing the outer pulses, might as well do the inner thigh pulsing. Really pull that belly button in toward your spine. Feeling those inner thighs working. Yes, we are. And rest. Okay, we're going to grab our ball. So I'm going to stand up, but you can sit down if you want to. We're doing that shoulder blade squeeze for anyone that kind of knows that one. So if you're standing, knees slightly bent, arms straight out in front. And we are just stretching, we're keeping our arms straight, stretching that band across our chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, and then bringing it back forward. Stretching it across our chest, squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit, bring it back forward. Across the chest, bring it back forward, nice and slow. Good. Across the chest, back nice and slow. Really keep that back under tension. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And you can either lengthen that band between your hands or shorten it. If you have a little more length, it might make it a bit easier. And if you put together. It makes it a little tougher. And rest. All right, we're back to those thigh ball squeezes. So we can just sit down, place that ball in between your thighs, sit at the edge of the chair again, right in between your thighs. Try not to put it at your knee joint though, because you don't want to be putting pressure on your knees. So up a little higher, and we are going to squeeze and hold for 5 seconds. Squeeze really hard, and then we'll release. Squeeze again, squeeze your glutes as well, and then release. Good. Squeeze again, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze a little harder, and then release. All right, squeeze again. 1 more millimeter, squeeze, and then release. Squeeze again. All right, we're gonna hold this right toward the bell if you can. Only if you can. If you need to release, that's okay. We're almost there. And release, good. All right, just place that ball off to the side. We're gonna do those shoulder blade squeezes again. You can either sit or stand for these. So I'm going to stand. I'm gonna have a slight bend in my knees. My feet are about hip width apart, maybe shoulder width. Hands are straight, our arms are straight, and then spreading my wings. Spreading the wings and squeezing the shoulder blades. And it should come across the chest, not near your face. Make sure it's down below your chin. You don't want to be hitting your face at all or coming up near your face at all, just in case the band breaks. And you slow and control back out. Woo! Feeling that. Starting to feel that in the upper back. Hopefully you're feeling that in the shoulders, the upper back area. Keep on breathing. Last one. And release. Good. Okay. Tricep extensions are our next exercise, so you can double up or you can keep it single. Totally up to you. We're going to place one hand or the band on one hand here on your palm. Put it at your opposite shoulder, in front of your opposite shoulder. Grab the rest of the band, and then we're just going to straighten our elbow and bend it. Straighten the elbow and bend. And you can always just single. I know the double it adds a little something, that's for sure. Just have that hand at your opposite shoulder. Just straightening the elbow and bending. Such a simple movement, but yet so much burning in the back of the upper arm. Keep on breathing. Great job. And we're going to, of course, do that on the other side. So I'm just going to place the band on the palm of my hand, wrap my hand around it, put my hand or that fist in front of my other shoulder. So it's the opposite shoulder, and then I'm grabbing the band that's hanging here with my other hand. All right, we're going to straighten that elbow and bend it. And straighten and bend. And keep on breathing. You can certainly sit for these ones as well, or you can stand. Have a slight bend in your knees. Keep that core engaged. Keep on breathing. We have 10 seconds on this arm. Woo, it's burning. Great job, almost there. All right, rest. We're gonna do that again. We are gonna just single it though this time, so just believe me, you just wanna single this time. Okay, so we are just gonna put it in the palm of your hand against your shoulder, then just grab one loop, and we are going to come down and pulse for 3. And come back up. Pulse down for 3, 2, 1, back up. 3, 2, 1, back up. That is going to put a lot of fire in the back of that arm. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Really press that arm so you're straightening it. Really feel the back of that tricep muscle. Pulse, pulse, pulse. We still have 15 seconds. Oh my goodness. Woo, the fire. Woo. Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta lengthen that band. little bit, gotta cheat. And last one, I know. Woo, okay, other side. So, like I said, you just might want it single. All right, single band, going to my other opposite shoulder. And I'm just holding one band, I'm not doubling it. And bending that elbow. We're gonna straighten and do a 3 count pulse, and then bend. Pulse, 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 and back up. And of course, you can always leave the pulse out if it is too much for you. You can just do singles. Pulse, pulse, pulse. You should feel the fire right in the back of your upper arm. Pulse, 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 pulse. 9 more seconds. This side went faster, I think. It felt like it for me. I didn't have to cheat on this arm. And rest. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay, shake that out. Let's get the blood flowing back into those arms. All right. And we are on to our balance portion. So I'm going to find the balance section. Okay. If you have a ball, you can bring that out, or if you're using a pillow, you can bring that out. I am just going to, and actually, if you're still holding the chair while we hold the tandem stance, you might not want to use the ball. Well, you can actually. If you want to use the ball, go ahead. We'll just kind of modify some things. But we're going to be standing in tandem stance, 1 foot right in front of the other, like you're on a tightrope. Now remember, you can stay in that stance if you need to, right? And then we're going to pass the ball from hand to hand. Or if you need to hold that chair, if you need to hold the chair, you're just going to bring the ball back and forth. Like you're passing the ball from hand to hand, but you're actually not. So if you want to add in the pass, you can do that, or you're just moving that ball side to side. Keep on breathing and keep your belly button tucked in. Thought we'd add something different. All right, we're going to switch halfway, and I'm going to get you to hold your chair before we do switch. All right, hold that chair. So hold your chair. We're going to change legs, change the foot that's in front. All right. And then you can either, you're just moving that ball back and forth, or you can actually try passing it from one hand to the other. Great job. Oh, that seemed to go fast. All right. Tapping forward, middle, back, and middle. So just kind of place that ball somewhere. And it's got to be the leg that's closest to the chair. We're tapping forward, then middle, then back, then middle. Standing on the outside leg. So it's the leg that's closest to the chair that's moving. Just tapping forward, middle, back, and middle. And then you can kind of play with your hand on the chair. See if you can maybe hold with 2 fingers or 1 finger. And if that's feeling okay, you can start hovering that leg just a couple of inches above the floor. You're just hovering that leg that's moving just a little bit above the floor. And you can even try letting go of the chair if you want to. Try all kinds of different options, whatever feels good for you. And remember to stand up straight and tall under that standing leg and rest. Okay, we're going to switch to the other leg. So just moving the chair to my other side. So my other leg is beside the chair. Just tapping forward, middle, back, and middle. All right. Here we go. There's our whistle. Tapping forward, middle, back, and middle. Think about your abs pulling your leg forward, your glutes pulling your leg back. And then play with your hand position on that chair, maybe 1 or 2 fingers if that's comfortable. And then if you want to add in that hover, maybe you want to hold the chair and try the hover. That's perfectly fine too. Squeeze the glutes as your leg comes back. Standing leg has a slight bend in it, but you're standing up out of that hip. And then you can try letting go of the chair if you want to try that. Maybe you might might want to keep your foot on the floor and let go of the chair. You can just try all kinds of different options. And rest, there's our bell. Okay, just one-legged stance here. So we're just going to stand on one leg for half of the time. And then we're going to switch to the other leg. All right, so standing on one leg, and we will point and flex. Point the toe, then flex. Point and flex. You can see if you can kind of have your hand on that chair, but maybe let go for a second or two. Then hold the chair again, let go, and we're going to switch feet, other foot, point and flex, point and flex. See if you can let go of that chair just for a couple of seconds, or maybe it's just one finger, whatever feels good. Keep on breathing in and out. I know your hips are getting stronger as we go along. Rest, okay. Tandem stance with that ball pass if you want to add that in. I'm just going to leave the chair on this side this time. So I'm going to get my feet one in front of the other. All right, or you can stagger that stance. And then if you want to add in the pass, but if you're holding that chair, you're just moving that ball to the side to side, keeping it just in one hand. Or you can also pass the ball. Let's pass it overhead this time, if you want to try that. All right, we're going to hold the chair, and then we're going to switch legs, switch the foot that's in front. Once you get your balance, you can continue that pass. Try to put your weight evenly between your 2 feet. And remember, you can always just move it back and forth if you're holding onto that chair. It's just a little something different. It gets your body thinking and rest. Okay, good. All right, we are staying on this side. You can place your ball out of your way. The leg that's closest to the chair is tapping forward, middle, back, and middle. All right, here we go. Forward, middle, back, and middle. You can hover that leg whenever you're ready. You can also play with that hand position on the chair, whatever feels comfortable. Just make sure you're standing up out of that hip on your standing leg, and you just have a slight bend in that knee. Of course, don't want to lock it out. Think about your abs and your glutes working. Keep on breathing. Great job. And sometimes it's easier if you have your arms out to the side if you want to try balancing. I don't know, I like mine on my hips for some reason. I feel like I have better balance that way maybe. And we're going to switch to the other leg. So just kind of place the chair. You can turn around wherever you are. So now my other leg is beside the chair, and we're doing that tap forward, middle, back, and middle. All right. Nice deep breath. Forward, middle, back, and middle. And of course, you can hover that leg whenever you're ready. On this second round, I kind of let you kind of do whatever feels right for you, so you kind of know all the options. Remember, you can always play with that hand on the chair. And I'm also going to remind you of your posture. Belly button, kind of hold away from that waistband just a little. Using your abs to bring that leg forward, your glutes to bring it back. You don't want to arch your back whatsoever. You might want to tap down once in a while like I did if you lose your balance. And rest. Okay, we are back to the one-legged stance. So just standing on one leg here. And this time we're just going to do some circles, big circles in one direction. And then we'll switch directions. So other direction. You can try letting go of the chair if you want to, if you can. A couple more seconds. Whew. Then we'll change legs. All right, hold the chair, and we're going to change legs. So lift the other leg. Do some big circles with your ankles. Work in mobility and stability. Those are great words. Other direction. Make circles in the other direction. on breathing. Great circles, everyone. And rest. Okay, 30-second break here until we start our next grouping. You can kind of shift those hips side to side if you need to, kind of stretch it out a little bit. Okay, the first exercise in this grouping is going to be, you're going to use your outside leg, tap out to the side, and then a leg lift or a knee lift. And you can leave out that knee lift and just do the out to the side and bring it back in. Out to the side, knee lift. Out to the side, knee lift. And right now I'm tapping the floor, but you can also hover. I'll give you that option if you want it. We're only in week 3 still, so don't feel like you have to hover that leg out to the side. You can definitely tap and then lift that knee, tap out to the side. And then you can play with that hand position on the chair as well. Keep on breathing in and out. Try to keep your hips parallel to the floor as much as you can. I know there might be a slight lean, and rest. All right, we're doing that on the other side. Whew. Felt that one. Okay, so the outside leg is the other leg this time, tapping out to the side and with that knee lift. Or you can just tap out and bring it in. Totally up to you. You don't have to add in that knee lift if you don't want to. And then I will give you that option to hover that leg out to the side if you want to. And as you're stretching that leg out to the side, think about that side glute really working again. I know we worked it a lot when we started. But really activating your glutes is so good. It's good for your back. It's good for your knees. A lot of our back problems and knee problems sometimes have to do with our glutes not being strong enough. And rest. Good job. Okay. Side to side weight shift, so you can put the chair in the front of you if you want to. Spread out your legs. We're just going to shift our weight from one side to the other, and if you want to hold that chair in front, you can. And then we can start shifting the weight from one side to the other. And then you can lift the heel if you want to, or lift the whole foot. Totally up to you. Just take the option that feels good for you. If you want to keep those feet on the floor, perfectly fine. Keep on breathing. Great job. And I know I do give the option to step over something. We'll do that in the second round. Keep that belly button pulled in. And you're always welcome to hold the chair. Now, if you're not holding the chair, that tells me you can stand on one leg. All right, rest. Okay, front to back weight shift. So we're just going to stand in tandem stance, and we're going to shift our weight all the way to the front, or most of our weight to the front, then most of the weight to the back. Most of the weight to the front, you can hold onto that chair, then most of the weight to the back. And then you can pick up that back heel if you want to, or leave it down, and then pick up the front toe if you want. And remember, you can stagger that stance if you need to. Woo. And we're going to hold on to the chair, switch the leg that's in front, so put the other leg in front or the other foot in front, and then start shifting your weight forward and back, forward, onto that front leg, onto the front foot, onto that back foot. Great job. And you can lift that back heel if you're feeling comfortable, lift the front toe. And rest. Okay, we're back to the top of those exercises. To that side tap to the knee lift. That's not my favorite one. But has to be done. All right, outside leg, tapping to the side, lifting that knee. Tap to the side, lift the knee. Have a slight bend in that standing leg, and you can hover that leg out to the side if you want to. Really try to stretch that leg out as far as you can get it. Woo. And you can play with that hand position tension on the chair. 1 or 2 fingers. Keep on breathing. Remember, you don't have to add in that knee lift if you don't want to. Ooh, we only have 6 seconds left. Almost there. And rest. Okay, switching to the other side. Definitely feel that in both sides of the hips. Just shake that out a little bit. We're going to take that time. All right, outside leg again, tapping out and then lifting that knee. Side leg tap to the knee lift. Side leg, knee lift. Hover if you want to. 1 or 2 fingers on the chair if you want to. Lots of options for you here. Take the option that best works for you. I'm trying to get my hips parallel to the floor, making sure they stay that way. Great job, everyone. 10 seconds left. It's a tough one, I know. That leg gets heavy after a while. And rest. Great job. Okay. Side to side weight shift. So we're doing that. You can have your feet out, shifting your weight from one foot to the other. And I will give you the option this time if you want to step over, step, like you're stepping over something that's between or that's beside you. Stepping over to the side and then stepping over. Or you can just keep that shifting the weight side to side, and you can always lift the heels or lift the whole foot. Totally up to you what you want to do. You can step over something. Is your something getting a little taller? Keep on breathing. And I know sometimes I feel that little kind of click in my hips, but that's okay as long as it's not painful. All right, front and back shift, weight shift. So 1 foot in front of the other, shifting the weight onto that front foot and then onto the back foot. And you can lift the back heel, lift the front toe if you want to, or you can keep the feet right on the floor. And then I'll also give you this option of lifting the whole front foot and lifting the whole back foot off the floor. And remember, tandem is sort of where we're aiming, but if you need to stagger it, that's perfectly fine. Keep on breathing in and out. We're going to switch sides, so other foot in front, just make sure you hold on to that chair, switching, and then we're shifting that weight forward and back. Whatever way you want to do it, you can lift the heel, lift the toe, or lift the full foot, or keep both feet directly on that floor. Perfectly fine either way. Rest. Good, we have our 30-second break until we're on our last 4 exercises. Moving through. Great job, everyone. All right, our first exercise is that single leg reach. So it's the leg that's closest to the chair is either tapping back. So you're either tapping it back, or you can lift as you reach forward, and your body can come down parallel or toward parallel to the floor if you wanted to, and then we're standing up each time. So then reach forward with your opposite arm, opposite leg, and then come back to standing. So it's a hinge at the hips. Whole body is staying nice and straight from your head to your heel, I guess. The heel that's lifting. Have a slight bend in that standing leg. Push through the heel to stand back up each time. Really try to stretch out as long as you can, and then come back. One of these days we'll have to maybe put our water bottle down and try to reach for it. Or not.
We did that before. No.
I'm hearing no's. All right, we're switching that to the other side. So other leg is beside the chair. We're either tapping back as we stretch out our leg, or we're lifting that leg as we hinge forward as well. And then come to standing each time in between. Try to reach that foot behind as you stretch that leg in, or arm in front. Trying to get as long as you can, like a skater on one leg. I like that analogy. That skater skating along, leg behind, arm in front. Keep on breathing. Have that belly button pulled in, core is engaged. Your head should sort of be in line with your spine, so try not to look upward. Once you get it anyway, once you know what you're doing, and rest. Okay, tandem walk is next, so we're just going to be walking on that tightrope, I guess, or whatever, however wide your rope is. If you need to stagger that stance, make sure you can always reach your chair as you walk by, that it's always right there, just in case you need it. Walking forward along that tightrope, and then walking backwards if you can. If not, you can turn around, but just make sure you turn around slowly, not to get dizzy. Keep on breathing in and out, toe heel if you can, or stagger that stance a little bit if you need to. Good. I'm going to change direction just for the camera. Great job. And rest. Good. All right. And hip hinge is our last exercise. So we are either, we're shooting our hips back no matter what from our hips, but you can reach forward, which makes it a little more difficult, or just down your legs. And then squeeze your glutes to come back up. So you can reach forward, or just slide those arms or the hands down your thighs, and then come back up. Maybe you'll only get to your knees, maybe part of your shins, and then squeeze your glutes to come back up. Or you can reach your arms forward, kind of parallel to the floor, and then squeeze your glutes. You're going to find, you're going to feel that in your glutes much, much more. And certainly bend your knees, that's perfectly fine. That'll engage your glutes for sure. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to engage, I know we're doing a lot of glute work today. That's all I've been talking about today. But our butt and rest. Good. All right, we are back to that one-legged reach. So remember, it's the leg that's closest to the chair, either tapping back while you reach forward, or as it lifts, your upper body comes down toward the floor to keep your whole, keep a straight line from the back of your head to your heel. And it's looking good, everyone. Looking good. You all have really, really good skater stance. We'll call it skater stance. That glide across the ice. That beautiful, graceful glide. Keep on breathing, have your core engaged. Slight bend in your standing leg. Just remember all of that. We have 13 seconds to go. Just take your time with these. It doesn't have to be fast. And our timer's counting down. That is our timer. That's our bell. So switch over to your other side. I'm bringing the chair to the other side. And then either that leg taps back as your opposite arm comes forward, or it lifts as your upper body goes toward the floor. Keep on breathing. And remember, you're always welcome just to tap back. That's okay too. You're going to also feel that in your glutes a lot. Keep on breathing. And I know maybe your ankle is wobbling. That's perfectly okay. You are just strengthening all of those muscles all the way around your ankles. Have better, stable ankles. And we're gonna rest. Good. All right, tandem walk. So just have my chair out in front, and I'm just gonna be toe heel, or stagger that stance, however you want to do it. Walking forward and backward. Just make sure you don't go too far from that chair. Make sure you can always reach that chair in case you lose your balance, right? Because that chair's right there, just in case. spelling your name backwards in your head if you want to. Try spelling your name backwards. Let's see.
L-A-E-T-T-E-U-G-U-H.
Woohoo! You're good at that.
It's the same letters. A lot of repetition there.
But still, H-U. I would have to think about that. Yeah. And rest. Okay, good. Now we just have the hip hinge left. So it's just, we're hinging right at our hips, making a hand sandwich here. And you can either reach those arms out, counterbalance, or slide them down your legs. And then squeeze your glutes to come back up. So kind of your top of your body is going parallel to the floor, or it might not, depending on how flexible you are. You might only be here. That's perfectly fine. Keep on breathing, whatever you do. Reach out, counterbalance, squeeze your glutes to come back up. Or your arms are sliding down your legs a little ways, squeezing your glutes to come back up. Same exercise, just different placement of the hands. That long lever kind of puts a little weight in the front on those glutes. Whew. And rest. All right, great job. We are finished and we are going to stretch. We're just going to have a seat at the edge of our chair. I feel like I need to really stretch out the hamstrings today, so that's what we'll start with, I think. So straighten one leg, heel down, toe up, have your hand on the bent knee here, and then we're just going to hinge from our hips and bring our chest forward until you feel a stretch down the back of your straight leg. Then just kind of stay right there. You don't want to force this. No pain, we don't want to have any pain. Keep on breathing in and out. And if you want, you can take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just go down a little bit further. See if you can come down maybe 1 more centimeter. And then we're going to come all the way up and bend that leg. Straighten the other leg, hands on your bent knee, heel down, toe up, and then we're hinging. Bringing that chest forward just until we feel that stretch. Stay right there, hold it. Nice deep breaths in and out. And on this third breath, I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. And as I breathe out, I'm just going to see if I can come maybe 1 more centimeter further. And then come back up out of that. Good. All right, we're going to stretch out the side of our thighs. So remember, if you can't cross your leg over, you're just going to stretch like this. Reach over to the side. If you can cross your leg, cross over either at the ankle or up on your thigh, whatever feels more comfortable. If it's at the ankle, just let that knee fall outward. And if it's up here, let that knee fall outward. Either way, we're letting that knee fall outward. Kind of point that toe toward your knee here. Just stretching that out. Oh my goodness, that feels good today. Woo. Yeah, that outer thigh. We worked hard. Of course, we're coming into the weekend. All right, let's bring that leg back down. And then if you can't cross your legs, you're going to stretch the other side. Or if you can cross your legs, either at the ankle or on your thigh, pressing that thigh down or out, feeling that outer thigh stretch up into the glute, pointing that toe toward your knee as well. Nice deep breaths in and out. Nice deep breath in. Bring the legs out a little bit further. Just kind of bring your arms out. Press your knees away from the midline of your body, just to kind of stretch out your thighs, your inner thighs here. Keeping your back nice and straight and flat. the wall or up in front of you, your elbows going up in front of you, and then just until you feel that stretch. And your hand might go between your shoulder blades or maybe not. You can always press that arm back a little bit or pull from behind, wherever feels good and comfortable for you. Keep on breathing in and out. Good. We'll bring that one down, and we'll do that to the other shoulder. Just kind of find that spot where you're feeling that stretch in the back of your upper arm. And that hand might even go behind your head, behind your shoulder, or between your shoulder blades, depending, or maybe not. Maybe you're here. That's perfectly fine. Whatever feels comfortable. You can press from the front or pull from behind. Nice deep breaths. Really keep your belly button pulled in here. Try not to let your back arch. So you're kind of bringing your rib cage down. And we'll release that. Bring your arms out in front and either clasp your hands, keep them forward, or you can push them away, opening up your back. Upper back, you can round it just slightly. Nice deep breaths. Good. And then we'll bring our hands back behind us into our back pockets. I know maybe you don't have a back pocket, but like you're going to, pull those elbows towards each other. And you can also clasp your hands and just press down if you want to as well, if that feels okay. Couple more seconds here. One more breath. And then we're going to release that, hands by your side, shoulders down, one ear to one shoulder. Cradle your head in your hand if you need to. And then chin comes down on that side. Slowly bring your head back up to neutral. Reset your shoulders, making sure they're down. Other ear to other shoulder. Cradle your head in your hand if you need to. Keep on breathing in and out. And the chin comes down on that side. One more breath. And slowly bring your head back up to neutral. And great job, everyone. Have a great week.